Hey, it's Daniel here with Tapia Fit. Today we're going to be covering goal setting. Now this is super important because I know you're motivated. I know you're ready to rock and roll. I know you want to get started. I know you're like, yes, I can't wait to get my body that I've always wanted. What is the body I've always wanted, Daniel? Well, let me tell you, okay? And I'm going to teach you guys the SMART goals. The SMART method to get to your goals. Now you can use this in everything, business, life, self-development, fitness, whatever it may be. Now I'm going to teach you guys the SMART. And SMART basically means specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. Now you can notice here that I did change attainable to accountable. And I think that's more profound. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that when we get there. But let's talk about goal setting, okay? Goal setting is very important because it will pull you out of your bed when you are like 5 a.m., need to do your cardio, and you're like, oh, I hate it, I don't want to do it. It's going to pull you out of bed because you're going to know exactly. If you miss that workout, you're like step back from where you could be. And I'm sure if you're working right now, or if you're anywhere in school, life, fitness, sales, wherever you're at in life, they give you a goal and they tell you, look, this is what needs to be done. This is how we're going to do it. I'm telling you right now, this is what needs to be done, and this is how we're going to do it, okay? So SMART, or specific. We want to make our goals super specific, not vague. We don't want our goals to be like, well, I want to lose some weight. I want to gain some muscle. What in the world? What do you mean lose some weight or gain some muscle? What does that mean? I have no idea. Now, if you tell me, hey, look, Daniel, I want to lose 25 pounds in 3 months. I know you're on your way. I just need to push you a little bit off the edge and you'll go flying. That's specific goals, okay? Measurable. We want to have something that we can measure. How can I measure? Well, I want to lose weight. How much? How do I know if you're losing weight or not? I mean, besides that you're saying I feel like I'm losing weight. Now, these are a couple ways that you can actually do that, okay? Scale. You can use the scale. You can weigh yourself, which I do daily, but it's just a habit that it's bad for me, and it's bad for a lot of people out there because I know it does tend to really play with your mind. You're like, oh, I gain another pound every day. Oh man, I lost only 1 ounce. I know how it is. I've been there, done that, okay? So the scale is one way to determine whether you're losing 25 pounds or not. Obviously, you need to learn how much 25 pounds is, what it looks like, where you're at. The circumference. Now, this is one of those things that I like to start off with beginners because I don't like beginners to look at the weight. I don't like people, in fact, I don't like anybody to look at their weight. I like them to look at their circumference. Like if me, I'm doing biceps, I'm like, yeah, man, I'm pumping it up. And I'm looking at the scale, I'm like, dude, how do I know my biceps are growing? How do I know my stomach's not going away? Well, circumference helps you do that. You can get a little measuring tape, put it around, see if your inches are growing. If they're not, then you know why. If they are, you know why. So that's measurable. Okay? Photos. You can take before and after photos. I think everyone deserves their own before and after photo. So take the photos. I know it's intimidating at first, and I'm okay with that. You don't have to take them right away. However, I do think that you should take them before you get to your after photo, or that becomes your beginning photo, because then nobody knows where you started. Everybody wants to know that you started from somewhere and now you are something. Okay? Third-party feedback. That's like me going to you and saying, hey, you've been working out for quite some time, haven't you? So you look a little different. What is it that you've been doing? You lost some weight, didn't you? Everybody loves it. It's positive reinforcement and it's measurable. You can measure those things. You can measure how many people tell you that. Then you would say, well, you know what? 10 people told me last week and I lost 10 pounds. That is pretty measurable. I lost 10 pounds. 10 people told me. Okay. That's not as measurable, but I do take it. I'll take it. I mean, I love it when people tell me I look like I lost some weight or gained some muscle. Why not? And then the final one is body fat percentage. You want to check your body fat percentage. There's multiple things out there that you can use. You can use the biomedical impedance, which is the hand and feet one. You step on, put your feet on there, and it'll give you a body fat percentage. You can use the bod pot. You can use the hydrostatic weighing. You can use the calipers with the little pinchy things. You can use the DEXA scanner, which is, I don't recommend because it's pretty expensive. If you can get hold of it, it's probably in a research setting. So ideally, you don't want to stick around that, okay? Now, accountable. Accountable for me is a little more powerful and more profound than attainable. And here's why, okay? Accountable. You want to be held accountable. You want to be held to what you said you were going to do. If you say you're going to lose 25 pounds in 3 months, I know you're going to fall down. I know it. It's not a matter of if I fall, it's a matter of when. But how are you going to get back up? What are you going to do? Well, that's where you become accountable. What I would recommend is get a Facebook group. I know you're probably thinking, well, I don't even have Facebook. Well, then get on MyFitnessPal. Get a coach. Get someone that's going to hold you accountable. Tell someone about your goals. Tell someone about it. I know they're probably going to look at you and be like, well, you know what? That's kind of a lot. Don't worry about it. Just keep telling them. Okay? It doesn't matter. It really does not matter. I promise you. It doesn't matter who you tell. Just keep telling people. Just keep telling them, I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there. And I'm telling you, they're going to tell you when you're eating that 3-pound cake, and they're going to be like, hey, I thought you were going to lose 35 pounds. And then you're going to have to step back and be like, yeah, you're right. You're right. I'll put this cake down for today. Or I'll let it be my cheat meal for the rest of the year. Right? So anyways, MyFitnessPal. Otherwise, use the Facebook groups. I love Facebook groups. I have a personal Facebook group. My name is Daniel Tapia. You can friend me. I'll send you over to my Facebook group, and then we'll basically help you get to your goals. Or hire a coach. Get a coach that's going to help you get to where you want to go. I don't always recommend me. However, I do like to give the best recommendation, right? But I do know people that don't necessarily like who I am, don't like how lively and how ecstatic I am. They like more of a mellow. So I'm okay with that. And I'm not going to say, you have to buy me as a coach, because you're not going to like it. Because I'm always like, So get yourself a coach. Get you someone you're going to pay to hold you accountable. The more you pay, the more you will pay attention. So if you don't put no skin in the game, of course you're not going to pay attention. You don't pay attention to free stuff. Let's be honest, okay? You're paying right now with time. And then realistic. You want to be realistic about your stuff, okay? So I hear people say, well, I want to be 2% body fat. How am I going to get 2% body fat? And I tell them, that's just not realistic. And they're going to tell me, well, my friend's 2% body fat. How did he get there? Well, I'm going to tell them, they're probably not lying to you. The fact is, their method of estimating their body fat percentage is probably flawed, which they all are, but to what extent, I honestly don't know. And I'm going to put this right here. These are pretty sound things. They actually say what you can really realistically expect, okay? And I'll put these in a PDF, and I'll even put a link below or somewhere else where you can actually click on them and find them, where you can actually look back. And all this, you can look back and be like, okay, Daniel, I saw your video, I liked your video, but I want to see these things on a day-to-day basis. Sometimes I'm at work and I cannot hear you at work. You get too excited for all my coworkers, or you get too excited at school. I just can't hear you all the time. So what can I do? Of course, I'll put it in PDF for you. So realistic, I said, review the charts in the PDF. Now, timely, or a time frame. Of course, if you're in a sales organization, or everybody's in sales, but if you're like in fitness, or you're in car sales, or you're in school or something, they're going to put a goal, they're going to put time where you have to get where you need to go. They're going to say, look, this needs to be done by this date, and get it done. Of course, right? Why not? What would goal setting be without putting you all together? Well, now we bring it all in, right? We bring it all together, we put it together, and we say, this is what we're going to do, and this is how long it's going to take us to get there. Time frame, right? This is easy. Now we put it all together, right? Specific, measurable, accountable, attainable, and realistic, and now timely. I want to lose 1 to 3% body fat in 30 days. Well, how much is 1% body fat, Daniel? Well, it's about 2.2 pounds, okay? So you can pretty much estimate, if you're doing weight training and you're doing what you need to be doing, eating right, whatever, then 1 to 3% body fat can be done in 30 days. Now I want to lose 8 to 10 pounds in 30 days, which is a month, ideally, right? Kind of around there. Now for the people that are pretty lean already, or if you're 115 pounds, 8 to 10 pounds is quite a bit, so it's going to be quite a stretch for you. But if you're 300 pounds and you want to lose 8 to 10 pounds in 30 days, now you're just giving yourself a little edge off. You can really pump the gas on this one. You can really shoot high because it's not unrealistic for someone that's 300 pounds to lose 30 pounds in a month. I've seen it happen before, and it will happen for the end of days, right? I know it. It's just something that happens, right? The more you have, the more you have to lose, right? Of course. It's the way everything goes. Now, I just went over goal setting in all of its pretty much tiles or where we need to go with goal setting. What I need you guys to do next is review the PDF. Go to my Facebook group, subscribe to this video, help me help you guys more. And I'm going to end this video like I always end these videos. Stop guessing and start progressing.